It was around the age of 12, I want to say, where I committed my first real crime, if that makes any sense.
What was it?
So basically, I went to school with this guy. We was rappers. We was trying to rap and stuff. We was little kids. So it was this guy. His dad used to like work for Master P. So like he had all the studio equipment and stuff and we used to go to his house and record and everything. But rewind back, he called me one day. He was like, "Man, you want to go shopping?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I want to go shopping." So like he's like this white kid, and then he's coming to the projects to hang with me, but everybody liked him because I introduced him to all my friends. Like he was a rapper, like he was just cooler than everybody for real.
Right.
So I'm like, "Hell yeah, I want to go shopping." He's like, "Oh, I'm finna catch a cab over there. I got you." So he caught a cab. They was living like on Lake Wiley or something like that. He caught a cab all the way to the west side of Charlotte. So when he got there and everything, he was like, "Just come outside." He called me. Well, he didn't call me because it wasn't cell phones then.
Right.
I think he came and knocked on the door, I believe. And he had like money in his pocket. He's like, "Come on, man, we finna go to the mall. Which mall you want to go to first?" I'm like, "Shit, let's go to Freedom Mall." So Freedom Mall is like, we used to walk to Freedom Mall, as kids. So it's kind of like 10 minutes from where I lived at. So we catch the cab to Freedom Mall. So he got so much money on him that he's basically telling the cab, "Just wait, I don't care. You can let it run. We just gonna go in here and get some shoes and stuff. Then I want you to take us to another mall." So when we get out the cab, I'm like, "Man, what's up, man? Where does money come from?" He was like, "Man," he wouldn't tell me exactly where it came from. He was like, "Man, my mom and them, they got money, man. They just give me money all the time, man. I'm just coming to show love,
No.
And I'm I'm 12, so it's like I don't really care for real. But I'm really fascinated. I'm like, damn. So I'm like, "Man, give me some of it. Let me." So he gives me maybe $2,000.
Oh, we're not talking about a few $100. I thought he had $500 or something.
No, he had maybe $8,000-9,000.
Holy shit!
So he gave me $2,000 from my pocket. So I'm happy now. So we going in there. I'm getting Jordans. I bought my sister a pair of shoes. Like we getting everybody stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I get everybody that's in my house something. I even get my mom something. So we come back, we get in the cab driver waits, and we go to Eastland Mall. So this is a bigger mall. So what we did was the cab ended up dropping us off, and then we ended up catching the bus back to my house. So when we catch the bus back to my house, he hung out for a little bit, and he was like, "I got to go ahead and get back home." So he catches a cab. He calls the cab because back then, it's 333-3333. You know what I'm saying? He calls the cab and he goes back home. So I'm enjoying myself. I got my clothes. I got them laid out on the bed. I'm like, damn, this is a blessing. So my mom come home. My mom was a hustler, but she was a working woman. She never really did no criminal stuff. You know what I'm saying? My mom wasn't no criminal, but she was a hustler. Like she played cards and stuff like that, But she came home and she said, "Damn, where you get all this stuff from? You got everybody something?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "My friend John." His name was John. Yeah, this is
20. This is 30 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. So we was 12. Yes, actually, it was 30 years ago. So she was like, "Dang." She said, "That's a good friend." I was like, "Yeah, I got everybody something, and I got cash." And I gave my mom $500 of the cash. She was so happy. So fast forward, the next day comes, and I'm gone. I'm down in my grandma's neighborhood. So my grandma lived right around the corner. So I'm down there in the hood. I'm playing and stuff. So while I'm gone, the chief of police or something came to my house and knocked on the door with other cops too. It was
not good.
It's not good. Yeah. So come to find out, so my sister answers the door. They come in and they tell her "Hey, we coming to retrieve items that was purchased with stolen money." So basically, they explained to my sister, they was it was his granddad's. He went inside his granddad's safe. He had the code. Somehow he had the code, man, and he had done stole the money. And they found out about it, I guess, because when he came in with all this different stuff, it was suspicious. And then they noticed that the money was missing. So this what I did find out later. He had already been stealing small amounts of money before he even brought this to to me. So basically, anyway, she gave them back everything but the stuff I bought her. So my mom got off work, man. She was so mad at my sister, man. She said, "Why would you even open my door?" In the hood, your mom always tell you, don't open the door for nobody. I don't care who it is. If you don't recognize that, if it ain't me or a family member, don't open my door. So my mom was more mad about her opening up the door than giving the stuff back. And say, then you had the nerve. He thought about you and got you stuff, and you sat here and gave him all his shit. I mean, excuse me.
Yeah,
gave him all his stuff. And I was like, I didn't understand it because my mom came and picked me up, and she was fussing and cussing and stuff, and she was like, yeah, baby, but I still had the money. They never got the money back, the rest of the money. So I was like, I ain't really care. It was right before school's finna start back. It was over the summer. Like, I ain't care. And, that was really like, so me and him, when he came back to school that following year, I was like, man, why you do that? Like, why you ain't tell me, man? I would have told you a better way of, being able to hide it. Like, you could have left your stuff in my house. They would have never knew. He was like, man, it's all good, man. Back then you wasn't really mad at your friends because, hell, I still kept the money.
You would get these convenience checks that were for like a car. Like you've been pre-approved for, up to a $100,000 vehicle, and it was a blank check for an auto loan. So you would get in the mail, and it'd be from various different banks. I really haven't seen these anymore, but they might still do them. So he said, those checks? I was like, yeah, I get them all the time. He's like, right. He said, so I made up, I think he made up a bank, or he was using an existing bank. And he said they redid the whole check. And he would have either his like girlfriend or whoever, somebody he's working with, or he would walk into a dealership, and you'd walk in the dealership, and he would look for a car for a $100,000 Mercedes, and he'd find it, brand new cars. Find it, okay, I like it, yeah. He'd test drive it, come back, and he said, I walk into the finance department, and they'd say, okay, well, we're get you to fill out finance, and he's, oh no, I'm already approved. My bank sent me this check thing. I got this in the mail, and this is my bank. And they were like, oh, okay. They go, okay, I got to call the bank, and there's a phone number. They call the bank. His girlfriend would answer the phone,
As the bank.
Yeah, as the bank, whatever, SunTrust, credit union. And same thing, rattle off, whatever line, put them on hold, do this. Who is this? Is this a finance manager? Okay. And go through the whole process. I need the VIN number. I need this, a make, model, go through the whole thing. Is my customer in front of you? Yes. Can you put him on the phone? Put him on the phone. Yes. He gives the last 4 digits of his social security number, his date of birth. Is it? Yes. Okay. Here, she wants to talk to you. And she would go through the entire thing, and she would say, okay, the transaction is complete. And she would tell him how much, and the guy would say,
so where are you getting these account numbers from?
It's just a blank check. So here's what they would say. What you can do, they'd say, well, how do we get paid? She'd say, okay. She would give him an authorization code and say, we can either issue you a check. It'll be there within the next 5 days, or you can actually fill out the check in front of you and deposit it. And they would go, okay. And he goes, I remember he told me, he said, you'd be shocked how many of these people actually filled out the check and deposited it. I go, I don't understand what's going on. He's like, I get all the paperwork. They think it's been approved. They've got an approval number. They've talked to the bank. They've got the check. They got everything. They've got my driver's license. I go, do they? He's like, no, it's a fake driver's license. It's a fake, whatever, some Russian website or something. They make a copy. They give me the keys, everything. I get in the car and I leave. I'm like, okay, but now 10 days later, you're driving a stolen car. He was like, no. He said, what I've done is 3 states away, he's already had somebody go, and it evolved into this. Somebody else had already gone and gotten the VIN number off the identical vehicle. So they would make that VIN number and crack the windshield. And he actually had like the printer, the whole thing, and so on the doors, he would replace it. He'd replace it in the windshield. And they would then take the paperwork